Hey, everybody. Welcome to Travel with the Stars. It's freezing in Pittsburgh. And so we've been having some interesting thoughts or things where, just the video will freeze and I'll be out of sync. So so we're sorry in advance if that happens.
Not in sync.
Not in sync.
Okay.
And friends.
Don't worry, Jen. We won't say bye if you get out of sync.
I can't even think of another NSYNC song right now to continue this. I was a Backstreet fan.
Oh, I know.
No, I swear it was by was by somebody else.
That was All
Voice
for
to
One.
Men? No, All for One.
It was Voice to Men. Oh, was it All for One?
Yeah, All for
I
One.
think it was All for One.
Yeah,
Okay.
they did 2 John Michael Montgomery songs, so I can totally dive into that whole history of those songs if you'd like. But
yeah, I guess there is that. So yeah, welcome to another edition of Travel with the Stars. This is our freezing cold edition because the entire United States is actually freezing,
Frigid,
including Alabama.
We're freezing. Your Wi-Fi is freezing. It's cold all the way around. It's ridiculous.
It's that Heather might be above freezing in Florida.
I'm at 58.
Shut up. Whatever. We all hate you. It's fine.
It's cold here.
I'm staring at snow out my window.
Same girl. Yeah. So if you're watching this week, I hope that you have dug out of your snow and ice because we've all basically been dealing with it. So yay! Well, in any case, today we are talking about the festival that always happens at the beginning of the year, one of the bestest festivals of the year.
The farts.
Lovingly known as farts. Festival of the Arts.
Or the arts. Arts.
I'm going to take the Kyla approach here because, she does Disney Springs. Festival of the Arts.
Yay! Yes!
Yay!
When do we talk about Disney Springs in this episode?
We're saving that for another episode. Kyla's running point on that episode.
Kyla's hosting that one. You should really host your own.
Be me.
You can host a Disney Springs YouTube show. And every episode, we take a different location, a different bar or restaurant at Disney Springs. I would totally be on that episode. Tonight we're talking about Chef Arts.
I'm with you.
Because I love Chef Arts. I love the Boathouse. I love Jock Lindsay's.
She gets so passionate about every location, too.
Yes.
I'm like bursting when a location.
And that's what you do.
Like,
you go like this.
Oh my God. Okay, back to
I swear, everybody, we are professionals.
We are.
Are we?
Well, I mean, we're professionals in some ways. We just have a lot of fun.
Jen's the professional here.
This is the kind of episode that the review on it would be like, it's just 4 people just laughing at all their own jokes. My response would be, yeah. And
accurate.
Hashtag we're so funny.
That's like sidebar. That's like my favorite review we've ever gotten on our podcast. Just those watching, Jen and I have the Main Street Electrical podcast. My favorite review ever is 1 star. And it's basically the description is they are not as funny as they think they are.
To which I say, yes, we are.
Someone wrote that?
Yes.
Awesome.
They're not as funny as they think we are.
So fantastic.
I mean,
I'm like, yes, we are.
Hysterical.
Like, we definitely are. So
I would rather have a 1 star or a 5 star rather than a 3 star because 3 stars means like, yeah, the show's okay. It's fine. 3 star, whatever.
Right.
I mean, I would rather have a 1 star and be like, you guys suck. At least there's something to laugh and have fun about. Just, you're mad. Anyway, Jen, farts.
Okay, so we're aiming for 1 stars on this YouTube show.
So let's talk. Okay, what is? I feel like because this is Heather's very passionate topic. Heather, you need to describe to the audience
it is one of her 4 favorite festivals.
It is, but what is Festival of the Arts?
Festival of the Arts is the hashtag best festival that EPCOT has during the year. You walk in and there's just art everywhere. They are painting things, they're drawing things, and there are Disney artists. They have like little tents that are set up all around World Showcase, and you can purchase their actual art, and the artists are here to sign the artwork. And every single year you will walk in and there will be something that will literally like floor you. I love it. I love like the theming of everything. I love it's just happiness and rainbows and daisies.
But actual rainbows. They have a lot of rainbows.
Like that's like their, what do I want to say? That's like their icon of like the festival, like color everywhere.
Yeah, there's and Figment, of course. You have Figment of, the figment of your imagination.
So,
and like he's like he'll be painting things and like it's, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Speaking of painting, I love that it's so hands-on too, right? It's so interactive. Kyla, I know you're going with your girls here coming up. What of the interactive things are you most excited about? And then Heather can probably give her feedback about that because she just was there. So.
The painting, the expression section, I believe it's called. It's this giant mural with all these like little white blocks, and you get a little cup of paint and a paintbrush and your coordinates, and then you go paint that block, and then they give you like a little souvenir card of what the mural is going to look like.
Yeah.
But you step back, and it's just so cool to be a piece of this art from people all over the world, like taking a part in creating.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Like the girls loved that part. They love the chalk art. They love like the pieces of chalk art that look three-dimensional. It's insane. I have no idea how they do that.
Yeah. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Yep. And the food, obviously.
Of course.
Okay.
And then I don't know if this is true, and maybe you guys can confirm it with me, but someone once told me that they donate some of those murals once they're completed to like children's hospitals like around the country. Anybody ever hear of that before?
I've heard that. I do not know if it's true, but I don't
know if it's true, but I was like, oh, that would be like really cool to like walk down like the hospital and be like, oh my gosh, look, it's that giant Figment mural I painted like 3 years ago.
Yeah. And they also do like, I know last year they had 4 different murals. Like
this year,
wait, what?
The opening day one was like Guardians of the Galaxy with like the little ship and everything. And I was like, oh my God.
How many do they go through in a festival?
I think
the first year I went, I thought there was one. Then I'm like, no. There are like, there's way more than one. Like I had no idea.
Yeah.
Isn't there like 6? I know that they go through usually like the first 2 really quick because like everybody like comes down to be there at the start of it. But then I think it slows down after that. I don't know if there's like, maybe there is more than 6.
But there's always something to paint. Like they're going to make sure that you have a section to paint. Like you will get to do it. And the best part, it's free.
It's free. That's just it. You get to do all these like hands-on activities that like are included like with your festival experience. Whereas like the other festivals, I like them. They're great, but I love this one because it's just so much fun because you get to be a part of the festival instead of just like eating and drinking around the world. Like you play a part in the festival.
Which is fine.
And the little art pieces. So there's like, look at me. I'm getting so excited. There's like these little art pieces of like famous art, like pictures or prints or like scenes from movies. And they're like 2-dimensional and you step behind it. And then you're like in the frame of like a famous piece of art or like you're in a scene of the movie. Like this year they had Mary Poppins right as you cross the bridge. And we were like, oh my God, Mary Poppins. Like, it's just, you get to be in it.
I love those too. The girls really had fun with those last year. The Mermaid Lagoon, and I think there was like Van Gogh and the sunflowers.
Oh, and like the one time they had what's the Edward Munch, whatever, the scream
face. Yeah, and they always have that one. I forget what that lady's name is over in Mexico, where you have like the bun and the little
Frida Kahlo.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
with the one eyebrow.
Yeah.
Yes. And then they had Wish and Mary Poppins like right as you entered this year. So the new Wish movie, there was like a 2-part to that. And then they had Mary Poppins there. So it's so much fun. I love it.
I love this. I can't wait. Have you done the animation?
I have not done the drawing of it yet because
but they do have those.
So usually you can do it in Animal Kingdom, but they have it in the America Pavilion. Where the stage is, where you then see the Broadway show, like later on in the day, you can do like the animation, like what is it called? Animation. I don't want to say station.
I think it's like a session with an animator, and you draw a character, right? But that's included too. That's what made me think of it because that's included too.
So much fun. So much fun.
I know, like way back in the day, and I don't know, David, maybe you were at this one too. They used to have, and of course I'm going back pre-COVID, right? Like you could make a scarf. And I get to pay for the scarf, but like literally they would put the paint on top of the water and you could like hand dip.
I remember
your
that.
own. Do you
Yes.
remember
Hand
that?
dip your scarf. Yes, I think Stephanie has one. My
Mhm.
wife
Yeah.
has one somewhere. It's one of those things you get as a collector's piece, and then it disappears into the ether of your house years later. But that's
Yes.
we have one somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it was a really cool little thing where you could kind of hand dip your scarf
Yes.
into like the paint or whatever, and do your own individual scarf and stuff, and it was really neat.
Mhm.
I've not done that.
Yeah,
That
I
was
don't
cool.
think they brought it back after COVID because my sister was talking about it the other night. She was like, "Where can I do the scarf in the water thing?" And I was like, "I don't think they brought
Well,
it
you know,
back."
scarves
after
carry the
COVID."
COVID germ, so we understand why they wouldn't bring it back. It's no, it's the cool thing about this one too is that unlike the other festivals, there's so many hands-on things you can do
Yeah.
that you can bring back with you. It's almost like you have a chance to get
Mhm.
a handful of souvenirs that are included in the price of your admission versus things merch and things you have to pay for, which they
Right.
have merch too. But
Of course.
everything from as the pictures we talked about to they've got 3D paper crafting this year with different artists and stuff. There's different chances to
Mhm.
do the art like the mural, and the
Mhm.
mural is cool because you walk in and at the beginning of the whole thing it's this just big blank white canvas,
Yes.
and if you step back you can kind of see like, okay, I think I see what we're doing, kind of
Yeah.
sort of maybe, but as it progresses you can even watch it online, like
Mhm.
the colors get filled in and things get filled in and it becomes this incredible beautiful mural out of this white canvas, which is really neat. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
So much fun.
And
And the
look,
Broadway stars.
oh my gosh,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now I'm looking at the list of Broadway
So
stars.
good.
I don't know many of who these people are, but I do know that, and of course, today's the 17th. Right now, the Aladdin performers are
Mhm.
on. Frozen's coming up.
Mhm.
Aida and Lion King are coming up in February. The Lion King and Tarzan. Chrissy Simmons and
Mhm.
Josh Strickland from Tarzan. Mary Poppins, Ashley Brown, and Michael James Scott from Aladdin. And so yeah,
Mhm.
they're all the way through February, which the great thing about this festival, I love it when Epcot shortens a festival and like it makes
Yeah.
it exclusive. Like you've got to get there. It's an exclusive time.
You
It's not 6
do.
months. It's a shortened time. I also hate the fact that it's such a short time because I
Right.
can't get there.
I want it to be
going-
longer.
Yeah, we're going in February, and I'm literally going to be there like a day or two after the whole thing is over. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why can't we
I
just
know.
start this?
I
Go
just want it
through
to
the
be like
ways.
2 more weeks longer. Like
Yes, just a full 2 months.
make it 2 months,
Well,
make it 8 weeks.
the crap thing of it is we're getting there right after this ends, and I'm leaving the morning of the
Stop
Flower
it.
and Garden Festival starts.
Stop it.
Oh no.
I'm leaving that
No.
morning. Like we're
David.
boarding a plane that morning on the 28th,
The
the day that it starts. Not even chance to go to Epcot on the first day for an hour. Like it's like really stupid races.
But let's spin the positive, David. Ready? Think of this. The map that you will get for your collection will be one of those rare ones that's just a general
That's just-
Epcot map that does not have a festival on it.
Very true. Very, very true. So,
It happens
They are rare
7 days out of the year.
well, I'm going to ask
Right.
Kyla to get me a map from the and get me a passport, and I hopefully she can bring that to me in December when I see her.
I think I have
It's like, yeah.
Vicky's not so scary Halloween party maps for you too. So
Okay, good. Good,
from
good,
from
good,
October, so that works.
Yeah,
That works
I don't
out.
I don't like asking Kyla to retrieve things for me because she intends to do it. It's just like,
I
oh
have
my
good
gosh, I have to
intentions.
actually hold onto a map in my backpack and actually take it and put it in an envelope and mail it, and it's
Nah.
The post
we don't have that kind of
office,
friendship.
that's what kills me. I hate
Oh,
going to
yeah,
the post office.
for serious. But like for real, this is an amazing festival. Let's talk real quick about not real quick. Let's talk about the food, and then I want to go back to the Broadway. So there are booths, guys, and the food is like artwork. I remember from like the very first one, it was like a cookie that looked like an artist's
Animator's palette, like that had the
Mhm.
little thumb hole thing in it. Do you
Little
remember?
thumb hole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and there was a paintbrush. You could like paint your
Yes,
own cookie.
You can still paint your own cookie. And then remember they came up with that sugar cookie that one year that just like looked like a miniature version of the palette. And then they have like the rainbow cake that is the Skittles cake. And it's literally every color of the rainbow. And like each flavor is like each color is like a different flavor of a Skittle. And it's like,
Oh, I love
it's so
Skittles.
much like everything is like so colorful and vibrant. You like want to get all of it.
Yeah.
That being said, the Skittle cake was not so good.
But Skittles
I was
are
like,
delicious.
The kids loved it, and I was like, "Well, this is a little too sweet for me." But they had this purple Pop Tart. In fact, I text Kyla.
Ooh, Pop-Tarts.
They have this like Pop Tart, and I was like, "The Pop Tart does not look good. The Pop Tart is delicious. It tastes like a blueberry muffin. It was delicious."
I'm
Mm.
gonna get that. You know what booth I love is the deconstructed booth where they take like a regular dish and literally break down each piece of that. So like this year they have, I think it's BLT, And then they have the key lime pie.
Key
And the
lime
key lime
pie.
pie is like this like swirl on the plate, and it's just like all different like pieces. I'm like, oh, that's so creative. Like
I kind of feel like
who
though
would
that
have
any
thought
of us
that?
could lead the BLT discussion. This is the bacon, and now for the L. I mean, it's just
No,
like,
but it's like pork belly, and it's like watercress, and there's like tomato jam, and it's like they take the concept and then make it creative.
They
Yeah.
make it into art. So you're
They
eating
make
like
it
a
into art.
piece of art.
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this. And the wonderful walk of color. I think that's what it's called, right? You have to pick
I
like
think
5
so.
different food things, and then
Yeah,
you get the treat, which I think is the artist cookie this year. Spoiler,
I
sorry.
think you're right.
We didn't finish it because we're going back tonight. We only did 2.
Yeah. And there is a passport for farts this year, right?
Mhm.
Like with the
You
Kyla's
think I
gonna
would
get
have
one.
it with me, but
China.
I don't. It's
Yeah.
downstairs.
But like I love checking stuff off in the passport. Like, oh, I tried this. Oh, I tried this. And some years there's stickers. Is it stickers this year, or do you check
You
it
get
off?
the little stamps.
Yeah,
You
they've
get
had
the
the
stamps.
Oh,
they've had the stamps for a while. So
Yeah.
and the other there are like there's a guy, and you may not know him by name, but his name is Nate Baranowski. He's the guy who does the sidewalk art, and does the 3D sidewalk art all over Disney. He does it everywhere too, like at
So
the
good.
airport and Universal, whatever.
Mhm.
But there are pictures of Disney of the stuff he does is just
It's crazy. It's
phenomenal.
so good.
And I think he drew one recently with Figment and the color, the rainbow. Like you can actually the photo op is you're stomping on the paint, and it looks like the paint splashing out from where you're stomping.
That's so
Of course,
cool.
flat on the sidewalk, and it's such a neat thing. Like it's such a talented thing to do, and I love following him on Instagram and all of his art and stuff. And he'll be there doing sidewalk art, which is cool.
Yeah, that sidewalk art is literally amazing. You're like, seriously? Like how in the one year, oh my gosh, it was last year. It looked like some of the sidewalk art reminded me of Mary Poppins, like when Bert is doing like in the little individual squares, like the little, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like Mary Poppins. Like I love it.
Yes.
We were taking like little videos as we were walking by as he started the Figment thing, and then like would come back like 2 hours later to see like what was done with it. So I'm gonna hopefully like put it all together to be like, look, he turns like a simple line, like a little white line, into like this masterpiece. It's just it's insane to watch. And the artwork that is on display that these Disney artists come up with are bananas. Like
we have bought several pieces.
Yes. And you know, because I have a few in my house. There is a piece this year, I forget the artist. When I was walking by, it was a picture of Walt standing in front of the carousel, like lit up at night, holding Mickey and Minnie's hand. And it literally stopped me, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I need that. That needs to be added to the collection because it literally stopped you. And everybody was stopping to like look at it. These things that they come up with, it's like, it's amazing. It's amazing.
There's this booth, and the gallery actually exists on the boardwalk, and we just walked in there again this past trip. They have these tables, and they are made of, I want to say it's copper. It's bronze. No, it's bronze.
Oh yeah.
The glass up, but it will be like scenes from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They told us literally that bronze, it's not painted. It's how they oxidize the bronze. That's actually the color of the bronze. And because of however they process it, and they over time, it will continue to oxidize, and the colors will be even richer the longer you own the table.
Wow.
Isn't that insane? Like
It's
how creative that is.
Amazing.
They have this. They have the stand. Theirs is right outside of.
Isn't it?
Create
Near
shop.
Yes,
year.
I was gonna say it's near. Okay,
Yeah,
I feel
and
like
they
it was in
have
a similar place last year.
Yeah, and they have one of those tables outside of Artist Point. And now I'm gonna go look to see like if the colors have gotten.
Yes, they do, Heather. It's the snow dwarf. It's Snow White dwarfs, right?
Yes,
snow dwarfs.
Same thing.
Snow
Dwarfs. I'm staring at snow. Snow dwarfs.
Well, and that's the thing about this festival, and like the other ones, is they actually have the local talent and the artists, and they're able to come and show off what they have, sell what they have. You're not walking through Food and Wine, and there's not like brewery, owners around selling their own local craft beers. But here you've got people doing artistry for Disney and Magic and whatever, and you're able to get familiar with the names of the artists and buy their work or see their work. I just think it's awesome because it really is a chance for people to have, for an artist to have an audience they might never have, to have thousands of people walk by and see what they've got every day for 6 weeks or whatever, or 10 days the festival's going on.
Well,
you know what? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you know what booth I love is the Thomas Kincaid booth because
Oh,
his apprentice, let's call it, Dirk,
mhm.
is
Yeah.
now there. And I bought a piece for Bella. I bought Belle for Bella and I bought Ariel for Sophie. And he drew a little sketch on the back of each of them. He was just like, what do you want? And honestly, first I asked for the chandelier because I was like, might as well go big, right? Like, and he's like, I'm not going to draw the chandelier. So he drew Chip on the back of Beauty and the Beast, and then he drew like Flounder on the back of Ariel, and it was so cute. But just like you said, David, like you have these artists there, like drawing for
Mhm.
you,
Mhm.
and now I have like a signed piece of Kincaid artwork with his apprentice, it was absolutely amazing, and his sketch on the back of the painting, like it's crazy.
And I love how they incorporate like Broadway arts too, because that is such a big,
Mhm.
you know, as a musician, I've actually had people come to me and say, hey, my daughter is like super into musical theater. Like, this is what she's going into. We need to go for the closing weekend because it's like the one year it was the Lion King performers. And, you know, we have to see them. Literally, we planned a trip so that they could go. We got them the, you know, the dining package, you know, to listen and have the assigned seating, or not the assigned, you know, reserved seating there.
The reserve. Mhm.
Yeah. Amazing. And I actually saw the Lion King performers not last year. It may have been like, oh, I don't remember, maybe 3 years ago now. Amazing. Just the voice, incredible. And they're not just performing from Lion King. Like suddenly they're going into like the Tarzan stuff. And they're like,
Right.
they're just like all these medleys and the musicianship and like is so entertaining and everybody's like super into it. Worth it. These people are incredibly talented. Like,
And then we're not talking like Broadway-esque like
No.
shows. We're talking the actual performers from
Yes.
Broadway.
Yeah.
from
Like
actual Broadway.
literally
Yes.
Broadway.
Yeah, the names I
Yes.
called out a little while ago, those are people that are in the shows on Broadway. I mean, just
Those are big
there's
names.
lists. Yeah, those are big names.
Yeah, those are big names. Like, this is a big deal. Like, don't skip over it. Like, don't skip over that part.
No.
If you have an opportunity to go sit, if you see a show starting and there's a seat, go grab it. Like, you are going to be entertained the entire time. And like, it included, again, this is included with the cost of admission.
You ain't
I
paying for
think
any
I
extra
have-
Broadway ticket.
David, I
ahead.
think I have the Lion King performers in 2 weeks, I think, on February 3rd. Are you still looking at the list?
I am not actually. I'm not actually looking at the list. I am now though. So,
I'm like, can you tell me?
so
But no,
yes, I can tell you in a
amazing.
second.
I think it's Lion King and maybe Frozen or Mary Poppins. But you know what? We actually haven't stopped to listen to them before. I don't know why. Like, I think I'm too busy eating, drinking, and like painting around the world.
Too busy drinking. Period. Full stop. I mean, I might have seen them after a couple of drinks. I don't really remember.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Might have been me
But
singing.
yes.
Might have been them singing. I don't know. Remind me of the dates you're going.
February 3rd, she
I will
said.
Yes. EPCOT is February 3rd is our big EPCOT day.
So Mandy
Although I'm gonna
Gonzalez
try and
from
get there the
Aida and
second.
Steven Taylor from The Lion King will be there.
I would love to see Steven Tyler. It is The Lion King. Okay,
I'm sure
cool.
he'd love to
Like,
see
I don't know
you,
what Broadway
Kyla.
show Steven Tyler was in.
I'm sure he'd love to see you, Kyla. Yeah, Mandy Gonzalez
have
from
met
Aida
him
and Steven
before.
Taylor from The Lion King.
And
They'll
Ida,
be there.
I don't know what Ida is.
Oh, Aida is amazing. Aida
Yeah,
is
it's an Elton
Oh,
John sourced musical from the 90s. So it's good.
fantastic.
It's good.
Yeah, it's really good. The music from Aida was absolutely beautiful. I feel like that's a underrated.
classic,
People don't
so.
talk about that one. It's forgotten,
Right.
but it is really good.
Oh.
So yeah, some amazing
And you
voices.
can
some
also
amazing
get
talent.
your dining package too if you don't want to just stroll in there and
Yes.
try to find a seat, which I don't know how full these get. I really don't. I mean, I'm thinking my comparison is, of course, is the Candlelight Processional with Neil Patrick Harris, and you got people standing on top of the roof of the American Pavilion
Wow.
trying to see him. So I don't know how busy these are, but you can do dining packages at Akershus Beer Garden, Coral Reef Garden Grill, Le Cellier, Regal Eagle, Rose and Crown, and Spice Road Table, and it'll get you guaranteed seats up close to see the Broadway performances. And so, if you're gonna eat there anyway, you might as well spend a few extra bucks and guarantee your seat.
And it literally is only costing you like $5 to $10 extra on your dining, like your dinner, to get those guaranteed seats. And like,
and it's
nice. It's it's worth it than not waiting in line. You just go in through that VIP access and you like already have it for like the reserved dining. I mean, we did it how
The
many
reserved
times?
seating is good.
Yeah, it's like right
Yeah.
up there on the front.
It's really good. Last thing to just throw out, of course, we still have our scavenger hunt for the kiddos. It's little figgies everywhere. It's so cute. To get your prize. What's the prize this year? Heather, what's the prize this year?
We didn't complete it. I told you, we
Okay.
do this over multiple days.
Right.
I did it last year. It was a paintable figment.
Oh, cute.
It was like a ceramic
I think that is the
figment
prize
with
this year.
paintings.
Oh, is it?
Oh, sorry,
The
spoiler.
Figment or a Mickey. I think you get either one. It's paintable.
Okay.
Paintable, either one. I think that's the prize. That's what I read.
Cute.
I believe.
Really cute.
I like. And sometimes it's been like a pin. You know, there's like been various
Mhm.
things over the years, but I like the idea that it's like more hands-on and crafty. And then the popcorn bucket this year that came out.
Oh my
is-
goodness.
Oh my gosh, the imagination.
Yeah.
It looks like the freaking Imagination Pavilion. It's like
Yes.
the
Pretty
cutest.
cool.
I have
Who would
nowhere to
get
put
make
one,
these popcorn
so
buckets?
yeah.
know,
that's
right?
so that's the thing. I
Or
got
like
one
the
for-
idea, like who comes
Yeah.
up with these ideas? Whose job at Disney is to come up with the popcorn bucket themes? Because
But
that
then
job
what
is
do you
amazing.
do with them if you're like, so I'm there all the time and I would never take the 3 that I own to the park and they just sit on a shelf and get dusty and I'm like, well, I'm not buying another one. But it is really cool. It lights up and everything. I had to wait in line
I say
to
the
get
same
it for a
thing, and then I
frame.
want one. So, I mean, if I
I'm not
if I
bringing it
happen to
home.
go there in March or February, whenever
Yeah.
we go, and they're still selling them for some reason, I'm
You'll get
absolutely
it.
buying one
Yeah.
for no
But
reason.
what
I
do you
have
do
nowhere
with
to
them?
put them.
They
I don't
just
know.
sit on my shelf.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what mine does.
I've got.
I don't
I've got
bring it back
3,
to
and
the
they're
parks.
just hanging on various things in my room.
Yeah.
that-
It's like
my
a
office.
collectible. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I have like 2. I have the 100 looks like a balloon.
The balloon.
The balloon,
Oh,
and then I
yeah,
have
yeah.
a lotus from Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
like when was that?
that was a long time ago. That was
Right.
that when
That was the
yeah,
Rivers of Life.
that was the
So-
original. That was like the
Oh, that-
original Rivers of Life.
Yeah.
Or light.
Yeah.
Rivers of light.
Rivers of Light.
Light.
Rivers of Light.
Light. That's it.
But
That is. So-
Not kite
It is a
tails,
really cool
Kyla, not
bucket.
kite tails.
It is a really cool bucket. And this year they did it so that like nobody's waiting in line for like 7 hours. You just go into your little mobile order and
Mhm.
it like literally pops up immediately that you want to
So
get
smart.
like the Epcot souvenir bucket. You select a time to go back, you
Mhm.
prepay for it, and then you arrive in that window. You show the cast members, they scan your QR code, they mark you off, they give you your bucket, and you go. So
they did
made
that
it
with
easy.
Mr. Toad. That's what happened
Yeah,
with
smart.
when I got Mr. Toad last
Smart.
year or 2 years ago. The
Oh,
Mr.
I
Toad
have that
car.
one.
I think they've really done a good job to try to curb people going in and trying to buy like tons of them or trying to get other people to buy them for them.
Yeah.
The last couple of buckets I've gotten, which I think the last one was the Skyliner bucket. It was not hard to get. You just walk in there and get it, and you got it. Of course, the Figment bucket last year was insane.
That was
but-
yeah. There was a.
But I think they've learned a lesson on that one as well. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that this has been a lot easier to do. And
agreed.
literally the morning of, like when they went on sale that morning, when I went on eBay, within an hour of being open, they were already on eBay for like $100.
Of course they were.
I
Of
don't
course they
understand.
were.
God.
Seriously, I'm like, it's been an hour. I mean,
Come
the
on,
bodies aren't
people.
even cold yet. Come on, people, really?
Yeah. I mean, also, but like, here's what makes me happy. People love Figgy, and they're bringing Figgy back more and more. And I need him.
Correct.
I need him to be restored to his glory with the Dreamfinder. Okay. I'm just saying, Disney, we need this to happen. We need to get the ride back to Dreamfinder level.
Mhm.
That was the most beautiful. Like, we can do some sort of an IP overlay. I could see like arguments for Inside Out. I can see all sorts of different arguments.
Oh,
But let's get Figgy back to being his wonderful self that we remember from childhood.
Correct. And he is on all the merch. He's on all
Yeah.
the cups. He's on all the ornaments.
Mhm.
He's on all the shirts. He's on all the backpacks. They had that. I wanted that crossbody, that bag.
Oh, that's
It
so
was
cute. That
sold
little
out.
bag.
Yes,
Loungefly,
it was
or
sold
like
out.
so cute.
Mhm. He's on everything. He is the icon of this festival. So it's just even creating more fans to like bring it back.
Exactly.
But can we talk about like the best part of this festival?
What's
I
that?
thought we talked about the food.
We did. And the drinks, Kyla. There's a lot of themed drinks there.
I
They're
have a
all
list
different
on my phone.
Colors. You can get
I
a
made a
special
list.
cup.
Oh,
You
all
can tell the
seasoning
drinks she
here.
gets
Cat's
to last
so
because the
excited.
check marks are like all over the screen. When she uses her finger to draw it, she's like,
What's the best part?
Oh my God.
Spaceship Earth at night when they do the Rainbow Connection. And here's why it is better this year than it
Yes.
has been any other year. The new World Celebration Gardens, the little gardens,
Oh, yeah.
they throw like these rainbow lights like down on the cement, and then those little pylon things they light up that like go with it, and then the little rainbow comes over and Kermie's singing and then Piggy's singing, and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's so magical.
So what you're saying is it's like a rainbow
Connection.
That's awesome. So it feels like whether you're a lover
For the
or
lover, the dreamer, or
you
me.
can go. You can go.
Yes.
So funny.
Bye.
We've just come full circle.
Watch your tone there.
And everybody sings in sync to the song.
Oh,
I
I
was going to
can't.
ask, when is Fatone coming back? Fatone? What is his
for
name?
food and
Fatone.
wine. For food and
It's
wine.
Fatone.
Yes.
Maybe
When's
food
he
and
coming
wine.
back? Because we need to go see him. But
Oh,
I think that's
Kyla,
the
you're
next
coming down.
festival.
I don't think
another show.
Yes. Speaking of reserved seating, that alone is why you get reserved seating. No joke.
Well, I mean, of course, he and Lance Bass are both going to be there. What else are they doing? Nothing. I mean,
Can
like,
we just get JC to come out? Like, I would lose my mind.
he's not doing anything either. I mean, why
I
not?
love him.
Chris
He really
Kirkpatrick,
isn't.
he's not doing anything.
So
Timberlake's the only one
talented.
that's got things on his schedule, so they should all four be there.
Justin can do his own thing. Let's just get JC's voice back up on stage.
I would like to see Ryan Cabrera. That's basically what I'm going for, actually.
He was hysterical. And then he was walking around
love
like
him.
shaking people's hands. We are
He's so
getting on
cute.
it. We're getting sidetracked.
Okay, all right. That's another show. It's another
This is
show.
I
guys.
say, like, stay tuned when we come back to discuss the musicians at Food Wine Festival later this year.
If you are in your mid 40s, all of your childhood dreams will come true at EPCOT's Food and Wine Festival.
Catch them now before they're completely irrelevant and go on to the county fairs.
Oh, wow.
My favorite joke ever, not my favorite joke ever, because I've made lots of funny ones, but one of my favorites is when you see Dennis DeYoung from Styx playing, and I'm like, they should really just advertise that as Stick. Because he's by himself. Okay, Jen, that's a good place to stop.
Wow. And on that note, as we deteriorate into dad jokes, we will sign off. Let's find out, where can we find everybody on the interwebs. Kyla, why don't you start, since you're next to me on the screen?
Here I am. You can find me at Disney Geek 27 on Instagram and Threads, because I'm including Threads now. And then you can find me at my name on Facebook, Kyla Melberg -- travel agent at Upon a Star Travel and Concierge.
And her email is Kyla@uponastartravel.com. All right. Underneath Kyla, I have Heather.
You can find me at the Moana Mom on Instagram. Am I supposed to say Threads now too, Kyla?
I guess.
I just throw it out there because I'm like, hey, why not?
Anyway,
I'm
why not?
paving
It's a
the
growing
way
platform.
for a new platform.
New platform. And Facebook. And my email is heather@uponastartravel.com.
And my screen is being frozen. It did really good this entire time, and now it's like being really freezy. So I don't know. There we go. I'm getting it to pop up. All right, David.
Watching Jen whenever her Wi-Fi is off is like watching a Japanese movie with English subtitles because the mouth and the words just don't match. It's really funny. It's like a kung fu movie.
It's great. All right, David.
Yeah, find me on Instagram at @themagiconyDollar, and find me, of course, on email at david@uponastartravel.com. Yeah, Kyla, I'm on Threads. I'm on Threads, but Kyla's got like 1 billion followers now because they do this whole like women following women thing, and all the Disney guys are over there going, we're here too, and so
Start a new thread then. Do
Yeah,
should.
be like
Disney
Disney dudes following
guys.
Disney dudes.
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, I'm on Threads too. I don't really do a lot with it yet because I haven't just jumped on the platform. I'm just chasing Kyla on Instagram because she's got like 1 billion, and same thing with Moana Mom, and I'm over here with my piddly little handful of people, but that's okay. So we'll get there.
Same compared to Moana Mom.
And then also you mentioned this earlier, the MSC
Yes.
podcast, and which we're going to record shortly. And
Yes.
then you can find me at Upon a Star Jen, or always shoot me an email. You can find us at Upon a Star Travel, and don't forget to subscribe, like, give us some love there on the interwebs. Hearts. Yeah. Well, we've enjoyed talking about Festival of the Arts. If you want to go, we would love to help you get there. Just we can assign you an Upon a Star agent. We all love it. Seriously, it's amazing. So,
we love the art.
So fun.
Just so fun.
Just
But
remember
Heather
there.
really wants to send you there.
Spurts.
Oh, well, there's a whole new world of travel to discover. Like, farts. So, we'll see you real soon.